This is All India Radio. In the program Spotlight, now we bring you a special program on Gearing Up for International Day of Yoga 2022. We celebrate the 8th International Day of Yoga on June 21st worldwide. Prime Minister Narendra Modi first proposed the concept during his speech at the United Nations General Assembly on September 27, 2014. Yoga is a spiritual discipline based on an extremely subtle science which focuses on bringing harmony between the mind and body. Yoga derives from the Sanskrit root yuj, meaning to join, to yoke, or to unite. As per yogic scriptures, the practice of yoga leads to the union of individual consciousness with that of the universal consciousness, indicating a perfect harmony between the mind and body, man and nature. The one who experiences this oneness of existence is said to be in yoga and is termed a yogi, having attained a state of freedom referred to as mukti, nirvana or moksha. The practice of yoga is believed to have started with the very dawn of civilization. The science of yoga has its origin thousands of years ago, long before the first religions or belief systems were born. In the yogic lore, Shiva is seen as the first yogi or Adi Yogi and the first guru or Adi Guru. Several thousands of years ago, on the banks of the lake Kanti Sarovar in the Himalayas, Adi Yogi poured his profound knowledge into the legendary Saptarishis, or 7 sages. The sages carried this robust yogic science to different parts of the world, including Asia, the Middle East, Northern Africa, and South America. Interestingly, modern scholars have noted and marveled at the close parallels found between ancient cultures across the globe. However, in India, the yogic system found its fullest expression. Agastya, the Saptarishi who travelled across the Indian subcontinent, crafted this culture around a core yogic way of life. The number of seals and fossil remains of the Indus-Saraswati Valley civilization, with yogic motifs and figures performing yoga sadhana, suggests the presence of yoga in ancient India. The presence of yoga is available in folk traditions, Indus Valley civilization, Vedic and Upanishadic heritage, Buddhist and Jain traditions, darshanas, epics of Mahabharata and Ramayana, theistic traditions of Shaivas, Vaishnavas, and tantric practices. The sun was given the highest priority during the Vedic period. The practice of Surya Namaskar may have been invented later due to the influence.
Om Mitraya Namaha, Om Ravaye Namaha, Om Suryaya Namaha, Om Bhanave Namaha, Om Khagaya Namaha, Om Pushne Namaha, Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha, Om Marishaye Namaha, Om Adityaya Namaha, ॐ सवित्रे नमः। ॐ अर्काय नमः। ॐ भास्कराय नमः।
Historical pieces of evidence of the existence of yoga were seen in the pre-Vedic period, that is 2700 BC, and after that till Patanjali's period. Tentatively, the period between 500 BC to 800 AD is considered the classical period, the most fertile and prominent period in the history and development of yoga. Pranayam was a part of daily ritual and offered the oblation. Though yoga was practiced in the pre-Vedic period, the great sage Maharishi Patanjali systemized and codified the then existing practices of yoga, its meaning and related knowledge, through his Yoga Sutras. During this period, commentaries of Vyas on Yoga Sutras and Bhagavad Gita came into existence. This period can be mainly dedicated to two great religious teachers of India, Mahavir and Buddha. The concept of 5 great vows, the Panch Mahavrat by Mahavir and Ashtamaga, or Eightfold Path by Buddha, can be well considered as early nature of yoga sadhana. The period between 800 AD to 1700 AD has been recognized as the post-classical period, wherein the teachings of the great Acharya Trayas, Adi Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhavacharya were prominent during this period. The instructions of Surdas, Tulsidas, Purandradas and Mirabai were the great contributors during this period. The Nath Yogis of Hatha Yoga tradition like Matsyendranath, Gorakshnath, Kauranginath, Swatmaram Suri, Giranda and Srinivas Bhatt are some of the great personalities who popularized the Hatha Yoga practices during this period. The period between 1700 to 1900 AD is considered the modern period, in which the great Yogacharyas, Raman Maharishi, Ramakrishna Paramhans, Paramahans Yoganand, Vivekanand, etc. have contributed to the development of Raj Yoga. This was the period when Vedanta, Bhakti Yoga, Nath Yoga or Hatha Yoga flourished. The widely practiced yoga sadhanas or practices are Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan or meditation, Samadhi or Samyam, Bandhas and Mudras, Shatkarmas, Yuktahar, Yukt Karma, Mantra Jap, etc. Yams are restraints and Niyams observances. These are considered prerequisites for the yoga sadhanas, and pranayam consists in developing awareness of one's breathing, followed by willful regulation of respiration as the functional or vital basis of one's existence. It helps create an understanding of one's mind and helps to establish control over the mind.
Pranasthedam vase sarvam tridive yat pratishtitam mateva putran rakshasva shisha prajnancha videyina iti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Whatever exists in 3 worlds is all under the control of Pran. Pran, protect us as a mother protects her sons. Give us affluence and intelligence. Pran governs the whole universe. Pran means force or vital energy. Pranayam means channeling or regulating this force. Pranayam is one of the very important limbs of Ashtanga Yoga. It is a Pran Yagna. The importance of Pran is extolled in all the Upanishads and yogic literature. Pratyahar indicates dissociation of one's consciousness or withdrawal from the sense organs, which helps one remain connected with the external objects. Dharana indicates a broad field of attention inside the body and mind, usually understood as concentration. Dhyan or meditation is contemplation or focused attention inside the body and mind. And Samadhi, integration. Bandhas and mudras are practices associated with pranayam. They are viewed as the higher yogic practices, mainly consisting of adopting certain body or psychophysical patterns, along with a good control over respiration. Yuktahar advocates appropriate food habits for healthy living. However, the practice of dhyan or meditation, helping in self-realization, leading to transcendence, is considered the essence of yoga sadhana or the practice of yoga. Yoga sadhana of all hues and colors is considered a panacea for meaningful life and living. Its orientation to comprehensive health, both individual and social, makes it a worthy practice for people of all religions, races, and nationalities. Yoga does not adhere to any particular religion, belief system, or community. It has always been approached as a technology for inner well-being. Anyone who practices yoga with involvement can reap its benefits irrespective of faith, ethnicity, or culture. Nowadays, millions and millions of people across the globe have benefited from the practice of yoga, which has been preserved and promoted by the great eminent yoga masters from ancient times to this date. Nufal Marwar got a Padma Shri for promoting yoga among Saudi Arabian women. The practice of yoga is blossoming and growing more vibrant every day.
भारत का उपहार है, योग राग पे प्रहार है।
आपदा की हार है, योग तो पालनहार है।
देश देश का पथ दर्शन, अंतर्मन का नव सर्जन। विश्व एक परिवार ने योग को किया है वंदन। विश्व एक परिवार ने योग को किया है वंदन। Let's feel the knowledge, the home will flourish. Yoga is the way from here उम्मीदें ना दी टूटने, आशाएं ना दी छूटने। वृक्ष की तरह रहे अटल, योग ने ना दिया झुकने। प्राण प्राण का ये बंधन, जीव जीव में स्पंदन। विश्व एक परिवार ने योग को किया है।
You were listening to a special program on Gearing Up for International Day of Yoga 2022. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. You can listen to it on our mobile app, News on AIR. This program is also available on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official. You may email your opinion about this program at airnsttalks@gmail.com.